So these are the form how to submit for claim. So form B1, Board of Valuer, Appraiser, Estate Agent and Property Managers Malaysia continuing professional development record for the year. So the record you have to submit together how many activities that you have attended with their certificate. Usually the CPD point will be mentioned during the event, and then you can see it inside the certificate of attendance participation. So you list out according to the activities here, and then total how many points that you accumulated, sign. So this is to be attached together with the certificates to the board for submitting as in yearly renewal. So there are other things that you need to pay for yearly renewal, plus also a auditor account, also for indemnity insurance that you have paid for the client's account, and then the annual subscription fee, annual renewal fee, plus also your particulars, all your particulars. So this is for individual. Let's say you have done a CPD activity and then you want to claim that particular CPD activity. So you can see name, registration number for the year, who is the organization you are with, and then this you actually can do a CPD application to make your event a particular event a CPD point registered event. So the event program you're going to deliver, that and the venue, where is it, CPD hour applied. So you have to enclose the following documents. Form B, this particular form, a copy of the certificate of attendance, a copy of the paper presented, a copy of the organizer's brochure, a copy of the detailed program. So this is like you are a speaker, you are an invited speaker to a particular event. For example, you are a registered estate agent and you were invited to maybe a developer's event. So this developer's event is like SHEDA event. The developers ask you to deliver a talk or a research on the local setting, and you went there and deliver a talk. And this you attach a certificate of your attendance to that particular talk, a copy of the paper that you have presented. This usually is in electronic sense, your slides, copy of the organizer's brochure. So the developers event would have probably a brochure that is electronic also, and then the timetable of the event, and you are featured there as a speaker. So therefore this particular application for CPD will be awarded a certain point. Usually if it is a heavy one, so that you have delivered 2 hours of detailed analysis on the area, then maybe it will be given a 2 hour CPD point. So this is for application for a CPD point for an organizer. So if you are, for example, a engineers, Institute of Engineers, and then you want to give to members of the estate agents to attend this Institute of Engineers event, then as an Institute of Engineer, you apply to board to get the event that is specific for estate agent. Similarly, for organizer like Malaysian Institute of Estate Agent, the organizer as an estate agent organization can also apply to the board and also put in what are the topics that they want to deliver during this event, and you will earn a CPD point, a certain amount of CPD point. So organizer in such a manner would be Institute of Engineer or Malaysian Institute of Estate Agent. And what are the things that is required, where is your event, what date, what are the topics, and what is the numbers of hours that is heavy teaching, what is your registration fee, what are the target groups. Of course, engineers will be targeting the engineers as well as some of the estate agents, and for MIEA will be mostly MIEA members as well as the public who are interested in estate agency practice. So this new is it a new seminar, a totally new one, or is it a yearly event? So sometimes the yearly event it will be easier you have all the previous records of what topics that you have delivered. Maybe similar pattern of delivering the same information, but year in year out they will be similar point. They will be easier for the committee in the board to allocate what is the CPD point. So it's Form A, this particular form, copy of the organizer's tentative brochure, detach what are the detailed program, and then also the speaker's name and their profile. So a lot of time, two factors. One is the speaker, who is the speaker, level of knowledge. Second is the amount. What is it heavy event? I mean, really a lab. Sometimes it's even a workshop whereby participants sit down and do certain problem solving. So all these are given a due amount of CPD point and signed out by the organizer. So this is what I am supposed to show you for the half point. So if you see Malaysian Institute of Estate Agent MIEA branch meeting is half a point. Council meeting is also half a point. Annual general meeting also half a point. And if I may say that I am a committee member of the Sarawak branch of the MIEA, that means I attend their branch meeting every other month, usually about once in 2 to 3 months, and I can group maybe 2 points from here, which means that I have 4 branch meetings. Each branch meeting is half a point, so I will have 4 branch meetings for the year 2023, and at the branch meeting I can have half a point for each. Then I will have 2 CPD points. So for me, if I'm a PA for 2024, then I need to collect 5 points, so I need to get another 3 points somewhere else. So for the other association, like you can see, Penilai Sektor Awam, Malaysian Institute of Professional Property Managers, Asian Valuer Association, International Real Estate Federation, International Valuation Standard Committee, all these are all given half a point when you attend the activity. Council meeting, annual general meeting, council meeting, annual general meeting, board of management meeting, Malaysian Valuation Standard Committee meeting, annual general meeting. And the other one is the attendance seminar and conferences, workshop, which are organized by all these activities, as approved by the board, which is according to the way that they give how heavy the points are given. International Federation of Surveyors, International Real Estate Federation, Commonwealth International Real Estate Research Symposium, any other seminar conferences which will be approved by the board. So Institute of Engineers, Institute of Surveyors in other areas can also apply to the board for the CPD point, and the members and the registrant of the board, when we attend this activity, then we will earn the CPD point. So the other more interesting parts is here, number 3 and number 4. Part-time study or practical training related to property at the recognized institution. You are a PA and then now you want to do a master's program with the local institution like University Malaya, you can earn this point system of CPD by sending your work to the board as approved by the board. Maximum only 10 credit hours per year. So there is a limit, so maximum 10. So if you are a PhD researcher and you are also a registered estate agent, then the research that you send in to the board may earn you maximum to 10 CPD points. Next is the research and publication or presentation at professional matters related to property industry undertaken and published research paper and publication of paper in magazine or journal. So these are usually for the lecturers in the university. So this maximum again 10 CPD point. So either you are yourself studying or you are yourself a researcher as well as a lecturer in a higher institution. Of course, being another one I want to highlight is that if you do private study and structured learning, so this one you have to prove reading journal, books, magazine, article, and other publications related to property industry, and you are able to document it you actually can earn maximum only one credit hour per year. So let's say I prove to the board that I am able to draft the system of online study, maybe for the good of the students, as well as contribute to the body of knowledge for estate agency. Maybe I apply to the board will give me 1 CPD point. So all in, I have 3 already. So I attend another event which can give me 2 CPD points, then I can renew my 2024 probationary estate agent registration. So what about this newly qualified? Let's say John is recently been entered into the register for estate agent practice. So he's now a registered estate agent end of August 2023. So this means that he starts his practice in September, and September to year end for this 2023, he is 4 months in practice. So how much he need to renew for 2024? Soon he will be making submission for renewal because his authority to practice ends December 2023. So how to qualify for his renewal? So what is the rules and the guidelines says? So the newly qualified did not practice the whole year one. The number 16 CPD for new registration here, it says 16.1. The CPD credit hours requirement shall not be applicable to newly registered person during their current year. So of course, in the case of John, who is only practicing 4 months in 2023, you cannot expect him to get 10 CPD points. But how to qualify for this renewal? So notwithstanding paragraph 16.1, a renewal on the authority to practice for the subsequent year shall be proportionate to the period the registration is in practice in the preceding year. So here I mentioned earlier that he practiced only 4 months in 2023, so it will be proportionate to these 4 months. So 10 points for 12 months. What is 4 months? How much points that you need to accumulate for your renewal when you are only practicing part of the year? So if it is half of the year, you're practicing 6 months, then you need 5 points now to renew for the future year. But when you are in the future year, because you are fully in practice, you need to collect the whole 10 points. How about temporarily discontinuing of practice? So 16.2 also say that if there is a discontinue of practice temporarily it goes back to the same concept. That means you are not practicing the whole year. Say one particular case, the registrant fell ill and then he did not renew, so he actually went for surgery. So the whole year he totally lapsed. He did not renew. That means the following year, when he wanted to renew, that will be under suspension, or with full reason, he can straight away go back to practice because he had given the board the reason, and the board has given him exemption. So this exemption means he doesn't need to have CPD point to submit. So in such a way, he is actually given a continuation on the registration for his renewal due to specific exemption. Suspension and reinstatement. So under 18, any registrant who has been suspended from practice by the board shall be required to submit 10. So let's say I was saying just now for the PA, when the PA did not renew his PA practice, a lot of these PA are in fact doing other job because they are unable to sustain their living just doing a real estate agency. So they go and do other job, and because they go and do other job, they did not practice. So because of this, did not practice, they did not want to renew. So when they did not renew, that means they lapsed their PA renewal. So they became under the category of suspension, and then they need the reinstatement and pay penalty. So if they were to go back, they need to submit a total full 5 CPD point. So for the registrant is 10 CPD point, of course. So for the registrant, if you encounter a situation like this, you are being suspended by the board, and then the moment that you want to renew, then you need to submit all the required CPD point and also all the required certificates of proof of indemnity insurance, as well as audited account, everything for the board to approve for annual practicing, which is the authority to practice. Also, I mentioned again for the CPD for new registrant, according to the number of months that the person practiced in the year, the CPD point is counted. I give you an example lah. So here is a example for John just now. So he got registration in the end of August. Then he only practiced 4 months in the year. So he required to produce a CPD point of 3.3. So maximum of 3.3 here. If you collect 4 CPD points, you exceeded the 3.3, should satisfy the requirement for renewal. So I'd like to conclude that we have gone through this video recording on CPD requirement. So continuing professional development credit points requirement. And during the COVID time, 2020, the whole year, the board issue out less amount of point required, lenient on the point. At that time, I think there was some CPD which were conducted online, but now CPD points and the CDP points cannot be conducted online. CPD latest guideline also, we saw it as my edition is 3rd edition. The 4th edition is out 2020 with the requirement of PA being also included to submit for renewal in 2024 5 CPD point. What are the activities that you can earn CPD points? There are various activities I've gone through. Mainly is the conference seminar that is organized, and if you are a speaker or you are an activity, you host activity under all the association in their meetings. How to count the points? I have gone through also the real serious teaching for the hour. 1 hour equals to 1 CPD point. Exclude all the welcoming speech, lunch, refreshment hours, mingling around hours, all those are excluded. Where you can get CPD points also, I mentioned about doing research. You are engaged in a part-time study, or you are doing teaching and involved in the education. So you can submit your application to the board so that the board would look at them and also give appropriate hours. Then there are also exemptions. The few exemptions to full CPD is age above 60 years old, and those who are 55 to 59 before 60 will get half exemption of half CPD point, become 5 CPD point. But other than that, there are also those who are not in practice, or those who are in full-time study, as well as those who are having illness, unable to consider doing the CPD because they are in, let's say, chemotherapy or under surgery. They definitely cannot go back to practice. So all these are not required to have CPD. And also those who are in special authority to practice less than a year. Exemptions are given, and for those who may be in the situation that board will see appropriate to give the exemption. Those newly registered, we also went through, whereby the requirement for renewal only take into consideration the time of practice in the year. So if they do not practice in the whole year, the preceding year, then the CPD point required is according to the length of time. So if he only practiced 6 months as a registered estate agent in the preceding year, then the point will be 5 CPD point instead of 10. Thank you so much. I'd like to just go through briefly. I have e-learning system for the study of the estate agent exam papers under estateagentexam.com. I have also the advertising platform, which is Contract to You, as a IPI index ranking of properties, as well as findway.info, which is a geo-linking advertising website for community of agents. I do my videos, and I have a website called My Real Property Online, which collects all my videos and my write-ups, as well as my listings. Thank you very much. I'm Thomasin PA2066. This is my mobile number, and I have a few websites listed here for helping those who are into real estate practice. Thank you for